This is as much as I can bend it.
We are.
Really fucking bored of this now. I just want to be able to walk, or just go outside, or just not be in constant pain, man. Like, laying here for the last week has allowed me to grow this absolutely glorious beard. So it was all worth it, bro. It was all worth it. But if you haven't guessed already where I am, I'm in my bed. Look, how lazy am I? I'll be with you in a minute. Let me just put some tunes on. Recently, I've been like real fucking ill. I was basically in bed for 2 weeks, couldn't walk, couldn't even stand up. I was so ill that I was pissing in a pot. If you've followed me for a while now, if you came from my original transformation video, I'll put a link in the description here. This is the first video that I did, and this is basically the whole reason that I got into fitness and all this shit. I was very ill, I was really fucked up, and what's happened is basically the same thing that happened to me then has happened to me again now, but the only difference is that I haven't gone to the doctors, haven't gone to the hospital, haven't let them do what they did last time, which may be even worse. It's so good to be back on my feet. I can walk upstairs, but there's no chance of me running or squatting. But basically, I spent 10 days in bed. I couldn't move my leg. I was in agonising pain. Basically, I went out for a few hours. My leg was kind of, I walked like a mile to this place. My leg was kind of hurting a little bit. Kind of ignored it at about 10 o'clock at night. And then we stayed out till like 3 o'clock in the morning. Come 3 o'clock in the morning, man, I couldn't fucking walk at all. Like, I tried to walk home, but just couldn't. So I ended up getting a taxi back. I was in so much pain, I didn't want to eat anything. My macros are probably like 10% protein, 60% carbs, and then like 30% fat. So I was literally just eating shit, having no protein, doing no exercise. And that's like the perfect combination for losing gains. So I put on fat, lost muscle mass, and I've just been in like a really shit place. But I'm back on my feet now, back at university. I'm able to walk. All leg gains have been lost. Go to my Instagram below and look how many gains I've lost. But at the end of the day, you're never going to go back to square one. I've built my physique from the ground up. I've had absolutely fucking nothing before, and I've built everything from the ground up. I weighed, what, like 67 kilograms? I'm now 80 kilograms shredded, a little bit less. But I built all that from the ground up. So even if it feels like you're going back to square one, you're never actually going back to square one. You might be starting again physically, but you've gained knowledge, you've gained the do's and don'ts, you know what to do, you know what's going to work well, you've gained training experience. You're never going all the way back to square one. I'm not too devastated about it, it's pretty shit, but I just have to get on with it really and fucking work with what you've got. That's the main thing. Lying in bed for 10 days really makes you take shit for granted. Being able to walk is such a blessing. So at the moment my knee's fucked, I can't squat, my rotator cuff is still torn, like I tore that shit. I had the plan of doing like a mega lean bulk. Because I was ill, I put on so much fat, and how fat I am now is how fat I wanted to be at the end of my bulk. So that means that this is the last episode of Shred for Summer. Next series, next episode, next vlogs are all going to be about getting in size. Grow with Mo, whoever thought of that? You're a fucking genius. Grow with Mo is going to be the series name. I'll explain all about my leg in a Q&A. You guys asked me some questions on Instagram. If you haven't, like, go and check out my Instagram. I always post Q&As in there and shit. The next video will be a Q&A, okay? If you've got any questions you want me to answer in my Q&A, drop them in the comments and I will answer them. I got up at like 5:30 in the morning, went for a walk, just listened to a podcast, listened to some shit to really get me in the mindset and the right kind of state and set me up for the day. Salted rice cakes, peanut butter. That was like 125 grams of lean minced beef. I made it into a chili, so I got like all that mince, didn't need 500 grams then, and I split it into 4, so weighed it after it's cooked, split it into 4, and I got these three here to put in the fridge, and I'll have those tomorrow, the day after, and day after, and day after. What you can do is you can make it into a recipe, and then you just click like add the chili into MyFitnessPal, and instead of having to put every single ingredient in, you just add it in as one, and then you know that one of these is a quarter of whatever you cook, because like you divide it into 4. If you don't know that, you're a fucking idiot. It's 1:23 now. I've got another meal to eat at 3 o'clock, so what I'm going to do is I've just eaten my 12 o'clock meal at 1 o'clock, and now I'm still hungry, so I'm going to eat my 3 o'clock meal now. If you're getting bored of eating eggs, do this, and it makes it a bit more exciting. Ah! Gains for days. It's like scrambled egg with French bread. Put that shit in there. You want it to have like that crunch. No egg on bread, or the bread will go soggy.
Gains.
Ow! Firing calories. Trend, Andy. Fuck's in here?
Dildo for you.
Oh man.
All the carb killers.
Can't feel alive.
Shaving your balls?
Well, Andy, do you want to go?
Andy, have you ever shaved balls before? That's not how you do it.
I'm a professional barber, John.
Andy lives like right in front of the children's play park. My boy John with my boy Jimmy Savile.
Yeah, like put the blinds down a little bit.
I've had those. What the fuck do you want? I'm having a wank, come in. Yeah, bro. Help me out. I'm gonna go gym with you in a bit as well. I'm gonna train abs. And fucking fuck, I can't fucking speak. Fuck! I've already showed you my fucking room, and it's a bit fucking messy, but real quick tour. Here's a knife. Here's a book about statistics. Fuck you statistics, you fucking cunt. Here's some carb killer bars. That's my gun. Some fucking badass. What is that fan doing there? This is a box full of shit that I'm gonna give away on Instagram soon, so I'm just slowly adding to it. And then this is the most holy part of the whole room. The fucking drawer of gains for the carb killers. I really need to stop saying fuck. And I really need to shave as well, bruh. Yeah, I live with people that are really small, so it looks like I lift. No, I'm joking, you're partially aesthetic.
I'm more aesthetic than John.
Yeah, you two make like one. The combination of John and Andy make like one aesthetic person, so technically there's two aesthetic people in the house. Which one's the best out of those three?
That one.
Grenade.
Yeah. Get it in cola though, don't get the berry one, because the berry one tastes like arse.
Is that the one you had last time?
Yeah.
It tastes like an ashtray. Like literally like an
Genuinely
ashtray.
like
I don't know why this says, maybe it's berries that have been smoked and then put in an ashtray, but it does not taste like berries. BCAAs before I train, got a little bit of squash in there, some BCAAs. These are from Absolute Protein. You can get 10% off these guys if you use, I think it's like code MO/10 or something. I'll put it right here, but these taste pretty good. They mix pretty well, mix better than my protein stuff. And like, I wouldn't normally bother buying BCAA supplements and stuff like that because it's a bit of a waste of money unless you're in a calorie deficit. It's basically just to make sure that you've got that like full spectrum of branched chain amino acids. If you're in a calorie deficit, like restricting calories, you're restricting foods that you could potentially get that full spectrum of branched chain amino acids. Andy Dartnell, look, knees bent, engaging my hamstrings, engaging the glutes. Perfect compound movement, bro. But yeah, that's my ab workout. Basically, I train abs about twice a week. In reality, I probably train abs about once a week because ain't nobody got time for that. Fuck train abs so much. Today I did a total of 12 sets. It was like 3 different exercises with each exercise supersetted of double crunches. Started off with hanging knee tucks, hit about 10 to 15 reps on those. Like, if you can't do them actually hanging down, it's a lot easier to do them with your back supported, so on like a machine, or just get like your friend to hold your back, because you don't want to be swinging around when you're doing them. So I did 10 to 15 of those, 2 sets on those, and after each set, I supersetted each set with about 30 double leg crunches. Second exercise was hanging leg raises anyway. Did like 10 to 15 reps on those, 2 sets. Each set again was supersetted with about 30 reps, so double leg crunches. When I first started, I couldn't actually do the hanging leg raises, especially unassisted. Like, it's really important not to start swinging around. So if you get someone to hold your back, like I said a minute ago, or if you do it on an actual like machine where your back supported, it's a lot easier. But every one of those is supersetted of double leg crunches. And then the final exercises was, well, like those scissor kicks. So again, 2 sets of those. I did about 30 reps, 20 to 30 reps on scissor kicks. I wouldn't superset everything with double leg crunches every week. Normally I'd do a bit of mat stuff as well, but it's just that I want to save a bit of time. But yeah, when I first started doing that, I would never have been able to do that full workout. And like, even if you can't get all the rep ranges, it doesn't really matter. But what I actually started training
training abs on. Like before I lifted weights or anything like that, I just went to the gym and trained abs because that's what I wanted to do, and I just absolutely smashed abs. But it's like a video on YouTube called "Search 8-minute ab workout," and that's what I did 2 to 3 times a week. I did that. You probably didn't really need to do it 3 times a week, and it's pretty damn hard. Like now I'd struggle to do it, but that's what I did to like build that foundation, and all of that stuff's mat work. So there's no like secret formula, secret workout routine that you have to do. It's just about staying consistent with it and making sure that you actually get a decent contraction, your nutrition's on point and your training's on point, and it'll come. Oh look, it's a hot girl at the hairdresser's. Actually, I don't think that's the hot one, that's right. But yeah, but when someone says some weird sexually suggestive gay shit to me, or tries to have a normal conversation with me because they want to fuck me, I ain't into that. I will probably never reply to you again.
But if you do want that, we'll put Andy's number in the comments.
Yeah. If you want some like dick pics from a young aesthetic guy, and like you're just into that whole kind of gay fetish scene, so just add Andy on Snapchat here. Go ahead and add him and just send him a couple of dick pics, and he will fucking love it.
Please don't.
Smoked paprika and then a little bit of salt on there, and then just Moroccan spice on that. I'll whack it in the oven. It's like on 180 degrees for like half hour, 40 minutes. I've got some sweet potato fries with like smoked paprika and salt on, green beans, and then chicken with like some Moroccan spice. Best place ever for a piss? I think so. I can't actually tell you how good it is to be able to fucking walk. Like, when you have something like that taken away from you, you realise how much you take it for granted. And just like walking, man, being outside, being not trapped in a fucking bed, feels so good. So happy to be walking. Sometimes you just really need that like reality check to remind you how lucky, I'm not crying by the way, it's the fucking wind making my eyes water. To remind you how lucky you actually are that you can do all this shit. Like, even if you're in a wheelchair, there's gonna be people dying that would love to be in a wheelchair. If you've got working legs, there's gonna be people without working legs. But at the end of the day, there is always gonna be someone worse off than you. And feeling sorry for yourself, being a little bitch, just doing fuck all, is not to get you anywhere, it's to get you fucking nowhere. So you just gotta work with what you've got. You've gotta use what you've got and make what you've got the best it can possibly be. There's always gonna be someone worse off, always someone in a worse situation, always someone that's gonna fucking kill for what you have. So don't be a little bitch, don't whine about it, and don't take shit for granted. Like, I can walk, I'm alive, I can talk, I can breathe. Life's good. A lot of you guys have been commenting on that Omegle video as well, being like, do another one, do another one, do another one. But since my injury, since my illness, I've just got too fat to do one in the next few weeks, the next few months. I'm gonna focus on growing, I'm gonna focus on improving my physique. I'm gonna take that little bit of time out, that like off-season time to bulk, put on some size for like the greater good. So, what, 6 months down the line, I'm gonna be bigger, I'm gonna be more shredded, I'm gonna be more aesthetic than I've ever fucking been before. You've got to take these off-season periods, take the time to grow, take the time to put on size, kind of forget about the shreds for the while, just for the greater good. So, as I said, you're gonna be bigger, you're gonna be better than ever before, but you've got to take the time off to grow, to get bigger, and allow yourself to get better. It's those that are willing to kind of give it all up for a little bit that are gonna be the best down the lines. My hands are so cold, I can barely hold this camera, so I'm gonna wrap it up with that and call it a day. Drop me a comment, let me know what kind of content you wanna see. And don't say the Omegle videos, 'cause I'm too much of a fat cunt to do those at the moment. But as I said, rest assured, trolling is coming, and trolling is coming good. I've got loads more videos like that planned. I want to do loads more Omegle videos, loads more trolling videos with chicks in, but I just need to take the time off on that kind of off season, put on the size, get some more shreds, and then just improve myself. It's all about improvement, 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 and then you got to give, you got to kind of lose a little to give a little, if that makes sense. But drop a comment below. Cheers. Sweet.